Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Hope you're well. Now, today we're going to speak about cultures. Okay, most of you know me as online as the father entrepreneur, business owner, Somali football player, all this stuff. So today we're going to speak about cultures and what shaped this little girl, her cultures, my cultures, and of course our countries. Okay, which are Somalia and Afghanistan. We're going to speak about differences. We're going to speak about some of our major strengths. Okay, now I'm Somali. My wife's from Afghanistan and the beautiful mix that made us who we are. Okay, so a lot of you know I'm from Somalia, and that comes with its own powerful set of values. Of course, you grow up around strength, confidence, independence. You know a lot of Somalis that were immigrants to the West, and of course you have to figure your way around life. And I'm telling you, you gotta figure out how to be independent quite early in life. Now, hospitality. If you have any friends, you know the moment you walk into a Somali house, that Somali smell, that unsi, that oud, you can tell. The food. Talk about food. It's great food. And you know what? I figured when I go to Afghan houses and Somali houses, there's a major similarity when it comes to hospitality and food. Okay, you get welcomed, you treated well, tea, biscuits, this, what have you, and of course the main food as well. She's just so calm today, baby girl. Why you not always like this? Okay. Now that energy though, if you have Somali friends, you know it's a different type of feeling. Okay, when you walk into their house and there is their mom and their dad there and the way you get welcomed. Okay, now when it comes to our house here, of course there's me who's from Somalia, of course there's my wife who's from Afghanistan, and these guys happen to be Nane, Naila, and Zakaria. They happen to be half. They happen to be from both ends. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us, of course, with your mom who's from Afghanistan. Okay, and we're going to speak a little bit about Afghan culture. Now they're beautiful people. They're good people. They're very good people. Matter of fact, once you get to know them, and you might have a bit of issue here and there, but once you pass the issues, I'm telling you, they're some of the most decent human beings on planet Earth. And I'm not saying that because my wife's only from there. I'm saying that because I genuinely believe that they're good people. They have Nani sleeping on me. Okay, they're patient people. They have they've got very very gentle hearts, and when you get to know them, they're very decent people. Okay, now when you walk into a Afghan house, very similar to a Somali house. Okay, the hospitality is the next level, and the generosity is real. The respect is, you get good level of respect. You get treated really well. Okay, and I've seen how my wife's Afghan values create such calmness and warmth in our house. She balances me. Of course, I'm the kind of go getter. Let's do this. Let's do that. And of course, she's like my balance, right? She kind of calms me down, and I bring the strength and the confidence, and my wife brings the softness and the calmness and the deep family sense within the house, which is very phenomenal. Okay, now imagine two cultures, two different parts of the world. One is from Asia, one's from Africa, and we meet in London. Okay, which is phenomenal. Now some people might wonder, is there clash of cultures? No, matter of fact, they complement each other. If you see Afghan culture, Somali culture, we kind of like go hand in hand. Okay, and it kind of teaches you that differences aren't just always problems. Matter of fact, they can be a blessing. Okay, if you get to respect people's culture. So my wife respects my Somali culture. I respect her Afghan culture. My wife tends to understand as much she can about Somali culture, and I try to understand as much as I can about the Afghan culture. I'm still learning. I'm still figuring my way around, but of course, I know eventually we'll get the hang of it. Now, the fact that we both from Asia and Africa and meet in London is phenomenal, and I think our kids are very lucky in the sense that they're born here. They're gonna get a lot of opportunities. The fact that they're from London, UK. It comes with a lot of opportunities and exposures into the land of opportunities, I guess that they say. So our kids wouldn't just grow up with one identity. Of course, as you can tell, she's really sleepy. And of course, they wouldn't grow up just with one identity. They're going to grow up with three. The fact that they're from London, the fact that they're half Somali and half Afghan, which is pretty phenomenal, okay? And they get to grow up connected to the world. So if you ever wondered what Somali and Afghan house is like, you're going to see a lot of my content. I'm going to be sharing a lot about my culture, my wife's culture. I'm going to be sharing a lot about entrepreneurship, personal development. I'm going to be sharing a lot about the fact that I work in education. I'm a youth worker, and I work with students, with young boys. And of course, I'm going to be making a lot more content like this. Okay, so once again, that's my family story from Somalia, my wife from Afghanistan, and our different cultures and how they really complement each other. So if you ever wonder, Somalis and Afghans, now you have this video. Hopefully, it helps. Okay, so now the call to action in this video, okay, is I want you to drop a flag. What country you're from? If you're married, what country you're married to? Okay, and I'm curious, especially to the countries that marry, to the couple that are intercultural marriages. I'm really curious. Okay, whatever country you're from and whatever country your partner's from, how are things going? Hope all is well. Okay. Speak to you guys soon. Take care.